Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. ABP Bear Brown's updated plans for move back to Alaska. Alaskan Bush People star Bear Brown recently announced he planned to follow his brother Noah Brown's example and move back to Alaska. However, in a recent update, Bear has announced that he will delay these plans for now for a very good reason. Here is what you need to know about Bear Brown and his Alaska plans. Bear Brown plans to move back to Alaska. In the last season of Alaskan Bush People, Noah Brown spent almost the entire season looking for a place to buy to live in Alaska. By the end of the season, Noah revealed this was not something he planned to do immediately though. He bought a home on an island and will use it as a summer home for his family until his kids graduate from school. Then it will be where Noah and his wife go to retire. However, Bear Brown has other plans. He wants to move Raven Brown and their kids to Alaska. Bear plans to move them to the southeast of Alaska where he was raised. He said that this is not a move like Noah, who will keep his kids in regular schools and then move for good after they graduate. Bear wants to move his wife and kids to Alaska and presumably homeschool them with Raven. However, those plans are now being put on hold because Raven Brown is pregnant with their third child and Alaska is not a place for someone with her specific medical conditions. Bear Brown has to delay his Alaska plans. In a brand new video posted on Saturday, Bear Brown said the plans to move back to Alaska are now on hold. Bear said that Raven's pregnancy will cause him and his family to move to Texas until the baby is born. Raven's family lives in Texas, and there is a hospital there meant for risky pregnancies, and that is what Raven is counting on. Raven delivered River early and then miscarried her second pregnancy after that. With Cove, Raven was on bed rest for the last few months of the pregnancy. She also had to stay in the hospital for a week after his birth as he was in an incubator. Raven knows she needs to be close to a good hospital, which is not possible in Washington. It is even less possible in Alaska, where Bear wants to move his family. According to the new video, Bear will be moving down to Texas preparing for the new baby's arrival. Bear said the Alaska move was going to take a while anyway. It would take at least a year to find a property. Plus, he wants it in the southeast. However, for now, he will be in Texas for most of the year. The Alaska move will be much later. Of course, there is also the concern about moving a newborn baby to Alaska. There is no telling when this new dream will happen. Bear Brown, known for his rugged nature and unique spirit, has always embodied the wilderness that pulses deep in Alaska's untamed heart. After a stint away, the ABP, Alaskan Bush People, star is setting his sights on returning to the remote frontier that has shaped so much of his identity. This time, however, Bear's plans are different. His journey back isn't just about reclaiming the raw wilderness that once defined him, but it's about stepping into a new chapter of his life with greater intention and purpose. For Bear, Alaska is more than a geographical location. It's a living, breathing force that shaped him into who he is today, a force that he's eager to reconnect with. Yet he knows that it's not just the call of the wild pulling him back. Family, legacy, and a desire to evolve are driving his next steps. Bear has always thrived in the most extreme environments, where survival isn't just a skill, it's a way of life. But this return isn't about survival alone. It's about thriving. #### planning the perfect homestead. In the past, the Brown family's homestead was built on grit and makeshift strategies. But this time, Bear's vision is more calculated. He spent countless nights sketching out blueprints by the light of a flickering campfire, envisioning a homestead that merges the rough-hewn charm of the bush with sustainable advancements. Solar panels are just the beginning. He's looking into hydroelectric options, wind turbines, and greenhouse systems to ensure that the new homestead isn't just off-grid. It's a model of self-sufficiency for the future. Bear has a vision for a homestead where he and his loved ones can live in harmony with the land while making minimal impact on the environment. He's planning for structures that integrate into the landscape rather than dominate it. Cabins nestled into tree lines, partially subterranean to shield from the harshest winds, with green roofs that blend seamlessly into the wilderness. #### A new take on old traditions. Bear's updated plans also include rekindling old traditions, but with a twist. From hunting and fishing to building fire pits for long storytelling nights, he wants to preserve the heritage of living off the land while introducing innovations that make it even more sustainable. Bear envisions a hybrid lifestyle where old-school trapping techniques meet modern bushcraft, where building with hand tools intersects with solar-powered technology. Wilderness survival is about more than brute strength or isolation, Bear explains. It's about understanding how to live in balance with the natural world. This time around, I want to combine everything I've learned, both the ancient skills and the new knowledge, into a lifestyle that's future-proof. Bear is keen on teaching the younger generation too. He's talked about starting a small wilderness academy where people can learn bush skills that aren't just about staying alive, but about thriving in a harmonious relationship with nature. Lessons will include tracking, shelter building, foraging, and understanding how ecosystems work. His dream is for the next generation to carry on not just the Brown family name, but also the deep respect for nature that runs through his veins. #####family and the future. This move isn't just about Bear, it's about creating a legacy. Bear envisions a place where his son can grow up learning the same values that shaped him: a love for nature, a sense of adventure, and the importance of self-reliance. But beyond that, Bear wants to build a foundation that will support his family's future for generations to come. Though the Brown family has experienced its share of trials, Bear sees this new chapter as a chance to strengthen their bonds and focus on what truly matters. The remote homestead will be a sanctuary, where family can gather, where memories are made, and where future generations can thrive far from the pressures of modern life. The logistical plans are already underway, supplies are being sourced, and Bear has been talking to locals in the Alaskan wilderness to identify the perfect spot for the new homestead. It needs to be remote enough to provide the solitude and challenge he craves, yet accessible enough to maintain a sustainable supply chain. Building in Alaska isn't easy, but Bear thrives on challenges. He knows that the land he's chosen will test his limits and that of his team, but that's precisely the point. ####embracing the wild with new eyes. Bear Brown's return to Alaska is more than a homecoming, it's a renaissance. This time around, he's bringing with him a deeper understanding of what it means to live wild and free. He's returning not just as the rugged survivalist, but as a leader, a teacher, and a visionary. For Bear, the journey back to Alaska is a journey back to himself, but also forward into a more intentional future. Bear Brown, the rugged star of the famous reality TV show Alaskan Bush People, sat on the edge of a weather-beaten log, his eyes fixed on the misty mountains that crowned the horizon. The Alaskan wilderness was calling him back, louder and more insistent with every passing day. For Bear, this wasn't just a place, it was his soul's true home, a land of untamed beauty and unyielding challenges. And now, after years away from the rugged terrain of his childhood, Bear had decided it was time to return to the last frontier, but this time with a set of plans that would redefine his life in the wild. The first plan in Bear's mind was building a new homestead, a fortress against the wild, yet harmonizing with nature. He envisioned a cabin perched high on a ridge overlooking a crystal-clear river, where the echoes of the wolves' howls would mix with the whisper of the wind through the pines. This cabin wouldn't just be a shelter, it would be a testament to his resilience, crafted by his hands from the raw materials of the land. He imagined using reclaimed wood from the old homestead that had sheltered his family for years, breathing new life into the timbers that had once echoed with the laughter and stories of his parents and siblings.